Just want to introduce my videographer, Amanda Wilgus. Step on in here, Amanda. Thanks for your help. And I'm going to give a shout out to Billy Joel for his song that we're going to use to do the lesson. How many of you have ever taken art? A few of you, okay? How many of you know what it is about an artist that makes them an artist?
Their style.
Style, okay. But what is it about an artist that makes them an artist?
Their personality.
Their imagination and their creativity. They create out of nothing. They create out of nothing. Okay? So now we usually think about people as being painters or musicians, being artists, right? Okay? Is that fair?
Yes.
Because musicians are artists too, right? As we're about to jump into this little project here, I want you to think for a minute with me about Billy Joel's song, "We Didn't Start the Fire." How many of you have heard it before? Probably a few of you? A couple of you? All right.
Straight up.
All right. The opening verse to the chorus says, "We didn't start the fire, it was always burning since the world's been turning." Now you gotta think about that for a minute, but let's interpret that for a minute. What jumps out at you there?
War.
Okay, could be war. What's another word that we use for war sometimes? It's a what?
Desolation.
An escalation? Is that what you
Desolation.
Disagreement. Conflict.
Disagreement, conflict, I like those. I'm not sure. What's that?
Desolation.
Desolation. Okay, that's the aftermath of war. Okay. Conflict is something that is just throughout Billy Joel's song, "We Didn't Start the Fire." Now, before we go on, I want to show you "We Didn't Start the Fire." We didn't start the fire. It was always burning since the world's been turning. What's going on there?
Pretty much another piece.
There's been conflict forever. What'd you say, Anna?
Nothing. Never mind. Change my mind. Brandon, when he speaks, I don't think anymore.
There is conflict inherent in what it means to be humans. We didn't start the fire. This is the second part of the chorus. We didn't start the fire. No, we didn't light it, but we tried to fight it. What's going on there? What's he saying?
Trying to end the conflict?
Okay? We are trying, a part of what it means to be in the world community is when conflict arises, there needs to be a resolution to that conflict. And so, even though we might not light it or start it, we tried to fight. All right. Are you ready? Here's your assignment. I'm going to give you the lyrics to the song. And you're going to pick one frame. Marilyn Monroe, or Budapest, or John Glenn, or Campanella. You're going to pick one frame of the song. And your job is to create a 1 to 3 minute newscast. You're going to create a newscast. And you're going to talk about in your newscast your frame that you picked out. Okay? Now, in light of "We Didn't Start the Fire," going to complete your, think about what a good newscast involves. What does it involve?
Facts.
Okay, it's a factual thing. A good newscast is factual. Okay? So you're going to have to come up with facts. Facts about your topic. Okay? So what do we call that? The what? Title. The, say it again.
The news.
The news. But if you're going to do a news program, you've got to do it about your topic, but what do we call that?
Give us a
Help me out
hint.
here.
What's the start with?
A W. Okay? What? That's a good one. When?
When, where, why.
When? Where? Why?
How much?
Did somebody say the other W?
When, where, what, why, how. Who?
How
Who?
and who. Okay. Alright?
How?
So if you're going to do a good newscast, you're going to have to address the facts as they relate to the who, what, when, where, why, how of your project. This is the next part of it. What's this talking about? What?
Oh, conflict.
Conflict. Okay, so what you've got to do is you've got to use the newscast to illustrate the conflict that surrounds your topic or your person. Now, a conflict, because it is a conflict, inherently has what? It's got two sides. You've got one side that wants one thing and one side that wants another. So in your newscast, you're going to have to be mindful of the fact that as a reporter or as a newscaster, you have the responsibility to be objective, which means you have to report both sides of the issue. You've got to make sure that people know both sides of the issue. Fair enough?
Yep.
Makes sense?
Yep.
Okay. So, your job today, before the end of the day, is you have to pick your topic, and you've got to decide who in your group is going to be responsible for the here. Okay? Now, some of these are more involved than others. And so, you have to be in groups of 2 or 3, not 4.